Hi guys, come on into my house today. Today is December 6th. This may go up December 7th for Vlogmas 2023. I'll be doing homemaker stuff today. For the past 5 days I've had a guest in the house, so I have to change all that bedding, and I've been distracted and not finishing projects while my guest was here, and I've got housework to catch up on. Plus, you know, things that I slack off on. I am not a fantastic housekeeper. I tend to be a little ADD. I start a project and I'll finish it tomorrow, or I start a project and then don't put everything away when I'm done. And today it really shows, and my husband doesn't deserve to live like that, so I'm going to be doing a quick but light, gentle house cleaning, and most of it's just putting stuff away. I mean, the floors are clean enough, the sinks and bathrooms are clean enough. It's clean enough to be healthy, but it's a little bit too messy to be mentally healthy, so I need to clean up a scattered clutter. So come declutter with me. Come on. Nobody likes doing chores, but sometimes it's nice to watch someone else do them. I have the laundry running, and I have 5 loads of laundry here on the floor. I stripped 2 beds, so that makes a lot of bedding, and there's all the towels and everything, so that makes a lot of laundry very quickly. When I decorated my Christmas tree with my son the other day, I found a few ornaments that need to be repaired. Just a hot glue gun will fix those. And the Santa figure I had on top of the tree didn't stay put very well. So I'm going to change it up. Let's put my angel on the tree. She goes with the colors really well. Tips a little though. Ta-da! There's the angel on our tree. You want to see her? She's pretty. There she is. She's been around for several years, but I love her. So I want to start off with the kitchen clutter first. This is going to impact my husband the most because he really likes to have a clutter-free kitchen, and that's been expressed on a few occasions. The other day I took all of the tea towels out of the drawer and I replaced them with all the Christmas tea towels. Yeah, why do I put myself through that, managing that stuff? But now I gotta find somewhere to put these. I'll be right back. Okay, they're on a shelf in the pantry. They're not in my kitchen anymore. Another thing that's sitting right here, just by chance. It's an old lunchbox. Years and years ago, my ex-husband used to use this for his lunches to go to work. No big deal, right? But it's what's inside that's the treasure. I don't have kids at home anymore, and there was a time when I did home daycare. And this is a couple of Mr. Potato Heads. I think there's a Mr. and a Mrs. Potato Head. And since they've been in storage and they haven't been used for a long time, even this case, I'm going to put all of this in the dishwasher. I'll show you my trick. There's something else I want to put in the dishwasher too. Hang on. My 2-year-old granddaughter's coming for Christmas. This will be the first time that I've brought out Grandma's toy box. This is a thing in my life. Have you ever, do you remember going to Grandma's house or Aunt Helen's house or whatever and playing with the toys that they had stashed in a box somewhere? Just random toys that were still around. I remember, and it was always the greatest thing because they weren't your own toys. They were someone else's toys, and it was nice. Oh, it's always fun to play with someone else's toys. But I also remember taking my children to visit their great-granny in Toronto years and years ago. They may not even remember. And she pulled out a toy box too. So having a Grandma's toy box is a thing that's impacted my life, and I want to have it. I have a big box, a big tote of Duplo. How am I going to clean these in the dishwasher? They just blow, especially these little guys, would just blow all over the place. I have a trick. I'm going to take them all apart. Delicates bags for your laundry. So they're a mesh bag with a zipper on top. Nothing rattles around in the dishwasher. You can just lay it on the shelf and everything comes out. You wouldn't want to put in anything that's got stickers or anything that's going to go have holes that hold the water, or you know, things that would be damaged by water. Nothing electronic. but the Duplo blocks are great. And I don't want my granddaughter to handle these after they've been in storage for years and years and years, and I don't know when is the last time somebody played with them. If I think about it, the last child that played with them was very much a child who put things in his mouth, and we're just gonna start fresh. Start off completely fresh. This one has stickers on it. I'm just gonna wash that one by hand, just so it doesn't soak. It gets washed quickly and then put away. Now that's just going to go in the dishwasher. If you don't have a dishwasher, I'm sure you could do the same thing. Put them in your Ziploc or your zipper top mesh bag, and put them in a sink of hot soapy water and just swish them around real good. So you don't have to wash each individual thing. If they're really dirty, you might want to wash a few a few of them. But a toothbrush works amazing for some of these little things. Pull that out and let it drain, and either put it in a second sink or wait till you've washed a bunch, and then put them in a fresh sink of really hot water and a bit of bleach. If you don't want to put bleach down your drain, then you could still do really hot water and a bit of vinegar. You want to get the enzymes off, the bacteria off, and vinegar, bacteria doesn't survive in vinegar and it won't survive in bleach, and there's a few ways to do it. Some of us don't like to put bleach down our drains because we're on a septic system. I don't know the details of how well that works or how badly that impacts. I did research a little bit once, and it suggests that you can do it occasionally, you just don't want to do it all the time. So I'm using my dishwasher. There was a time when these came with candies in them. This one says Smarties from Nestle. That's funny. That reminds me of my kids being little and how they love to get this treat. We just got our first Christmas card. It came with a package. It's from Dan's mom. And the dog wants out. I'll be right back. All right, let's open the Christmas card from Dan's mom. Son, anything that will bring smiles to you and your family this Christmas is everything you're wished with love. Plus a private note, of course. She's a lovely lady. Thank you, Lorette. Very pretty. This card's even green on the inside with Christmas notes. I love it. Now I gotta figure out where I'm gonna hang this. I think I have a spot. We'll do that later. This is going to take more than one load to do because this bucket is bigger, and I still have the potato heads to do too. So I'll be running a couple loads through the dishwasher today as well as through the laundry. Oh, there's another one of those Smarties ones. Oh, and a single bark from the dog. She wants to come in the house now. Hi, Lily. It really is an obstacle course in here today. Oh, and the dog just collided with something. Just hurt herself, slipping too fast on the floor. You okay? Oh, yeah, you hurt yourself, didn't you? Okay, go on. They won't all fit. I'll have to come back to this. But I can wash the bucket. Give me another container and I'll wash the bucket too. Yeah, there's dirt in the bottom of here. Like actual sand. Nasty. The lid's a little nasty too. Oh well, it's going in the machine right now. Can you see the green dot on the floor? That means the dishwasher was run, but not emptied yet. The wife hasn't done her task around here today. We have an agreement that I will empty this dishwasher every morning. Well, it's already noon and I haven't emptied that dishwasher yet. Of course, it's your choice on what program you use on your dishwasher. I'm just going to run this for 30 minutes. If you felt like someone in the house has been sick or there's a bug going around, like a daycare center, home daycare, or anything like that, you can certainly put them on sanitize. These haven't been touched by anybody for a long time. I mostly want to get the dirt off of them and make sure they're clean, so I'm going to just set that on a 30-minute cycle for my machine. There we go. There's part of a task done. And the laundry is running, so that's part of another task. Let's keep going. Don't get distracted. This is my next task. There's some Christmas things here, a Santa and a tree, things that I need to deal with there. There are some craft tools here that need to go down to my studio. And last night I had chaffles with my dinner, so I need to wash my waffle maker. I have some herbs that are not processed yet. I have a pumpkin I need to do something with. It's no longer Thanksgiving or fall. We're now in December. It needs to be dealt with. And I'll clean this counter off and I'll make it suitable for Christmas. But first of all, I need to clean it off. Let's start with that. I'll let you watch, but I'm going to speed it up. There we go. That's where it's going to be. I haven't made much progress here. My sweet husband came downstairs and fixed himself a snack or early lunch. I was working at the sink while he was gone, so I did get some dishes washed up that had to be hand washed, like my cast iron frying pans. And now it's time for me to reboot the laundry, and then I'll come right back and get to this. Some of it's Christmas decorations that are just going to go in a box for a couple of hours. Okay, I found myself zooming a little. I'm a little jittery and this is a little demanding for me. I need to slow my pace a bit. So I'll do that. The second load of laundry is in the washing machine. I will put these decorations up later today, or later this week if I'm limited by this, whatever this is that's going on with me. Hey! The seed catalogs are in. Getting too warm. Hey, I'm making some progress here. I'm going to wipe the counter off and deal with my herbs. They've just been sitting for too long. Tell me, where do you keep things like note papers and seed catalogs and little things that come into your kitchen? Where do you keep those? I've never ever been able to figure that out. I've done this project before. I made a short video about it. If you run your hands down this mint stem trying to get those leaves off, you can't do it quickly because there's sharp points on all of the joints where the leaves came out. But you can run the tines of a fork over it. Oh, this is bergamot. This smells amazing. Not bergamot. This is orange mint. This is orange mint, and when it's when you use it, you boil it or put it in your tea or put it in your bath or whatever, it smells like bergamot, like Earl Grey tea fragrancing. I love this stuff. This is one of those things that I have, it's a must-have in all of my gardens. Everywhere I live, I've got to have some of this. And this is how I get distracted. I've got 4 stems done and my dishwasher's finished. Time to reboot the dishwasher. This is a bit of a tedious task. Let's have a chat while I work on it. And this isn't working today. Maybe it's the wrong fork. Or maybe I'm just supposed to get my hands on the plants and I don't know. Something's telling me. The plant certainly smells stronger when I do it by hand. I have another one hanging too. I probably should work on that one so it's not bumping people in the head when they come for the holidays. And it's lemon balm. That's good for your mental health. So I think I'll be doing that one in a little while. So I wanted to talk what are your favorite memories from the holidays? For me, I have some doozies, let me tell you. I wasn't a bad kid. I was probably, you know, the spoiled brat, the bratty little kid sister. I was good, but I did some really strange things. Back around probably 1973, 1975, somewhere in there, the very first Baby Alive came out. My sister and her kids were with us for Christmas. I remember my brother-in-law coming home after working in the Christmas tree farm, and his mustache was just icicles when he walked in the door. And it was a nasty Christmas Eve that he came home like that. I remember my niece was given a Baby Alive. And everybody was fussing around this doll, this Baby Alive, you know, the girl who received it, and the mom and the dad and my brothers and sisters, who were all bigger than me, much older than me. They were all hovering around and got to see the fuss about this doll. And how does she work? And you could hear her engine running when she was eating her food. You put the spoon to her mouth and she would clean the food and swallow it. How did they create that? Well, being the curious kid that I was, and I still have this tendency, I want to know how. What's the motivation? How does it work? And the only way you could see how it would work was to take her head off. So this brand new doll at Christmas time, I took her into the staircase, because we had a completely closed staircase, and I went around the corner away from everybody else, and I, you know, stuck my finger in her mouth to see if she mommed on. And I checked her out all over. She was squishy and soft, and I had never had a beautiful doll like that. And I ended up pulling her head off so I could look at her throat. I wanted to see how she worked mechanically. They never got the doll fixed, and everybody was upset with me. Of course, it was, you know, it was a really special toy back then, and in the financial situation that my family was in at the time, it you know, I did something that was horrible. I ripped the head off a doll. And it wasn't to be malicious, and it wasn't to be, you know, because I was vindictive or because I was morbid or anything like that. I was curious. How does this doll work? I knew it wasn't a living thing. So that's one memory from Christmas. Another one I remember, it might not have been Christmas, it might have been Thanksgiving. We had salad with our turkey dinner. And my sister and her boyfriend at the time, they've been married for decades and decades now, they were going out to the grocery store to get French dressing. And here I was eating stuffing out of the turkey, and I knew that it was stuffing or dressing. I didn't know what salad dressing was. I didn't know what French dressing was. And they were of the age, they might have been going out for something else, but I wanted French dressing too. I wouldn't eat the stuffing that was on my plate because I wanted French dressing too. I remember sitting at the kids' table, and I don't even remember when it changed that I was, oh yes, when I was about 11 or 12, my mom and I moved in with my brother and his family, and they were Jehovah's Witness, so they didn't have Christmas. So suddenly I went from this 11-year-old sitting at the Christmas table to coming back from living with them. We moved back to Ontario, and suddenly I wasn't at the kids' table anymore, because suddenly I was 14, 15. I was able to sit at the adults' table, and, you know, Christmas wasn't the same after we came back anyways. Mom had sold her house, so we just kind of started flitting around to different places for Christmas and doing our own thing. It wasn't long before I was old enough to have my own place, and, you know, a couple of years. I remember trekking out and getting when I was a kid, it was an artificial tree. And the artificial tree had all these arms, every single branch was color coded. So you had some that were red on the ends, they went on the bottom row, and then they had orange that went on the next row and yellow that went on the next row, and they just kept going. And you had to assemble the tree piece by piece, branch by branch. You didn't just open it like an umbrella or stack 2 or 3 pieces together, it was a lot more labor intensive. And they were awful. They were ugly. They were horrible. When I first got married, we got a real tree. Several years we got a real tree. Till my son was, till my daughter was born. So from 1987 through till 1993, we always had a real tree. It was at this Boxing Day sales of '93 that we got our first artificial tree. And that thing was just disposed of probably 2 or 3 years ago. It got warped and it bent, and it just, over the years, it took a battle. It started losing its leaves and stuff, but you know, it was over 25 years old before it was gone, so it served its time. I still have the ornaments that we bought on that tree. When we bought it, it came with everything. Lights, ornaments, everything, because the store just wanted to get rid of it. They didn't want to box it up. They didn't want to put it back in storage for next season. And it was a large tree. It was huge. I remember when I was a kid, a stocking, we used to have a wooden chair with the rungs in the back of the chair. And Mom would take socks. She would take a pair of socks, like your regular, no big fancy stockings like we have now. They were actually socks. And everybody grabbed the longest socks they could find. And I remember my brothers, specifically my brother Bob, I remember his sweat socks, his dirty sweat socks hanging off the back of the chair. She'd take a clothes peg. There'd be one sock hanging over the front and one sock hanging over the back, and the clothes peg would hold it together. And I was a little kid, so 5 or 6 years old. I was wearing knee highs. It was the fashion back then. I could wear a skirt with knee highs, or a pair of shorts with knee highs, or just knee highs to keep my legs warm and keep them from falling inside my boots. There was always an apple in the toe of one and an orange in the toe of the other. And then there would be those mixed nuts you can get. So it's still in the shell, right? So there were pecans, there were a few peanuts sometimes. You'd get almonds and Brazil nuts and hazelnuts, and there was always nutcrackers on the counter, so on the table, so that you could have nuts for snacks. Sometimes there was a coloring book stuck inside and a little pack of 8 crayons, and maybe there was a Barbie doll, and one of those little skinny, the ones you would buy at the dollar store now that have a hollow head and a hollow body. That little Barbie doll would be stuck in my stocking. If she wasn't my actual gift. It depended on how the finances were that year. Sometimes that would be the actual gift. But the family would come, and all the hugs and all the laughter, even if I didn't quite get it because I was caught in between the brothers that were all 7 years or more older, the brothers and sisters that were all 7 years older or more, or all the nieces and nephews that were 4 years younger or more. I was kind of caught in the middle. I don't regret a single second of it. I don't rue a single second of it. The hugs and the laughter when everyone came together was just incredible. Tell me in the comments down below, what are your favorite memories of Christmas? Certainly wasn't standing around peeling leaves off of a mint plant, was it? All right, I'll get back to you in a little bit. I'm going to grab that lemon balm and do that one too. There we go. That is jam-packed, a quart of orange mint. Jam-packed. I didn't vacuum seal it. I hope to be getting into it very soon, start using it on a regular basis. Mint tea is nice for your tummy. This is lemon balm, and I'm not a huge fan of it, but I know that it's good for me. It tastes like yellow lollipops. My least favorite flavor of lollipops or jujubes is the yellow or the green. Unless it's green apple or green grape, or lemon might sometimes, or yellow might sometimes be pineapple, but usually it's lemon. Ooh. What is your favorite flavor of lollipop or jujubes? I love the black ones. And Danny and I have developed a fondness for the sour jubes, where the black ones is actually, the ones that you would think are black are actually dark purple, and they're a sour grape. Oh, and there's that second load of the dishwasher done. And it sounds like my washer and dryer have stopped too. There are a lot of seed pods on here. I gathered this late in the season. Just grabbed it before the frost hit it. Give me a minute. I'm going to deal with those machines and then I'll come back and finish this. I've made some great progress today, but it's come to the point where I have to stop. All of this has been through the dishwasher. All of this has been through the dishwasher. It's Fisher-Price Flip Track from back in the 90s, early 90s or 2000. Probably around 2000. All the potato head stuff has been through the dishwasher. The herbs are done. And now the kitchen has just got a few things that, like a towel that needs to go in the laundry. I didn't get to decorating this little corner. My pumpkin and my rooster and my candy dish will have to wait till either later on this evening or another day. I don't have what it takes right now to do more. I can do something else though. I have plans for something else. Something quiet. This may not automatically make sense to you related to homesteading, but the stuff I've done so far, cleaning your kitchen, you have to clean your kitchen no matter where you live, and in a homestead it can get just as bad. At the end of the canning season, the stuff is everywhere, like those canning jars that I've got over there. And the pumpkin sitting on the counter, and the herbs, those are homestead things, right? Not every city home is going to have them. Some might. Some might. But what I'm doing here is, it's Christmas, but it's also community building. I'm going to give Christmas cards. I'm going to just hand deliver them because I don't know all the street numbers, all the road numbers. We live on a road that has about 15 to 20 homes, and I'm going to just make up some envelopes, put our name on them, and drop them off along the road, and just spread Christmas, or spread holiday cheer. I think most people along here are probably Christians who are going to be celebrating Christmas, but look, I even have some farm ones. Filling out Christmas cards isn't exactly exciting entertainment. I'm going to close the video now. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I'll see you next time tomorrow.